the participants. Welcome to all the participants. It is, I think, by the time other people join in, we'll just start with the event. And I'll just take you all, myself and Vidula, and I'll take you all through what a brief about Venture Center and TechX, and then I'll officially introduce the speaker of today, my colleague Poorvashree, and then she'll introduce the topic today and take it further. So Venture Center, this is a leading inventive business incubator, and we started our operations in the year 2007. We've completed 16 years at present, and we are a first incubator in the CSIR family. We are a Cradle accredited NPO, and we are eligible for all kind of CSIR funding also. So we have been approved by NST, DB, and BIRAC, and we are recognized by DSIR and DIPP. Just a minute. Okay, Venture Center has been recognized by very eminent awards. A few of them have been mentioned below. This is a national award for technology business incubator, National Entrepreneurship Award, which was given in 2019. And recently, Venture Center has also been recognized as an incubator, as a leading incubator for nurturing IP. This was very recent in 2022. The mission of Venture Center is to nucleate and nurture technology and knowledge-based enterprises for India by leveraging the scientific and engineering competencies of the institutions in a given region. Our main focus is on inventive enterprises and creating spin-offs from R&D institutes. Though we are sector agnostic, our strengths basically lie in science-based technology. So our focus is on health, healthcare, biotech, biomed, and life sciences, energy and environment sector, engineering and electronics sector. These are just the broad categories that I'm explaining here, and agro and secondary agriculture and food and nutrition. Now we move on to the today's talk has been held by TechX.in. This is one of Venture Center's arm, which focuses on tech transfer, and we are here to facilitate technology commercialization. So TechX.in, this is a resource center of Venture Center, and it is being designated as a regional tech transfer office by BIRAC, TBT, Government of India, and we are supported by National Biopharma Mission. The main aim of TechX.in is to support technology commercialization journey. So it helps to facilitate exchange and transactions which are related to any science or engineering based technology ideas. And we operate in the western zone of India. To achieve the aim of tech transfer and help innovators and technology transfer commercial entities to create some kind of tech transfer and give IP supports, TechX services have been divided basically into three categories. These are broadly tech commercialization, policy and IP protection and decision support, and industry academia partnering. More details of what TechX services are, how they can support each and every partner, you can visit our website www.techx.in, or you can also write an email to tto@venturecenter.co.in. So now we will move on to today's talk. Today's talk is on technique of patent search and analysis. This will be basically focusing more on agri-innovations. So with a broad overview of what is patent search and analytics, which Poorvashree will go through, she will also share examples which are related to agri-innovation. So a broader view and then a focus on agri-innovations. So Poorvashree, she is an assistant manager at IP services. So she is responsible for the IP portfolio of TechX and Venture Center. She is a registered patent agent and she has a PhD in pharmaceutical chemistry from Bharati Vidyapeeth, Pune College. She has also completed her PG diploma in patent law from Nalsar University. She has also completed a course for patent search and analytics by National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. For the past 2 years, she has been working with Venture Center as a lead in patent search, patent drafting, patent filing, as well as she also goes for all the reply to FER. So whatever the office action, she is also responsible for that. And basically, she is well versed with all the search engines. So these are paid as well as free search engines. She operates at Venture Center. And initially, prior to joining Venture Center and the TechX team, she was working with URDIP and she was involved in search and analytics. So just a few instructions before I hand over to Poorvashree. We will take questions at the end of the session. So I request all to please type in your questions in the chat box. And you're also requested to stay on mute. If there are any, if you raise your hands at the end of the session, we will allow you to unmute yourself and take in questions. And it's also, there'll be a feedback link which will be posted at the end of the session. So all are requested to kindly give in your feedback for the same. So I hand it over to Poorvashree. Poorvashree, please take it.
Yeah. Thank you, Vidila, for a brief introduction about me. Good morning, all. We will just start the session. Yeah. Is Sharvari, my screen visible to all? Full screen mode?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So good morning, all. Happy New Year. Today we are starting with our talk on techniques of patent search and analysis for agri-innovations. So our talk will move in this flow. First, we will cover different forms of intellectual property, then focused on patents. So what are patents? Then why to search for patents, as well as a typical patent document will be also shown to you. Then different search engines we will discuss, what strategies are to be used for using this search engines, as well as what are standard process that are followed for patent search. Then different types of patent search reports we will discuss, and focused on like case studies for agri-innovations with respect to patentability assessment, patent landscape report, and FTO we will discuss in today's session. So as you all aware, we will just brush up our understanding about intellectual property. What is intellectual property? Intellectual property is the creation of mind. So depending on the rights that are given to protect intellectual property are called as intellectual property rights. Depending upon different forms of intellectual property or subject matter that is protected by intellectual property, there are different types of intellectual properties. So if your subject matter or invention is related to any device or machine or apparatus or process of working of that device, then you will get the patent rights for protection of it. If it is related to any sign or characteristic or any property that is due to its geographical origin, then it is protected by a geographical indication. So recently you can see like Nagpur oranges have geographical indication. Also recently the Purandar district fig got the geographical indication registered. So the properties or characteristic that that Purandar fig have are due to the geographical climate or the region, like geography that is present at Purandar. So that characteristics are essentially attributed to their geographical origin. So they are protected by geographical indication. Also, there are some rights to protect the new variety of a plant, and they are plant variety protection rights. These are different from plant patents. So the sexually grown plants are or plant variety or seeds are protected by plant variety protection. Also, if any invention or creation of a mind is related to music or literary or artistic work or any book or any computer program per se, then it is protected by a copyright act or copyright protection. Then aesthetic look of a design or any device or product is protected by industrial design. And the last one is trademark rights. So trademark rights are given to the service marks for their logo as well as tagline. So here you can see one example of Myco. It is the I think so seed hybrid seed producing company company. So they have registered their way of writing of Maheko as well as the logo that is well known for the company name. So these are the different forms of intellectual property, and they are protected by different rights. Their term of protection is different, and it is specific for that type of intellectual property. Now today's talk is more focused on patents. So what are patents? So patent rights are the exclusive rights which are given to the owner of that intellectual property for making, using, selling, importing the invention. And in this case, invention is related to any process or method or machine or apparatus or any improvement in it or its steps followed by working of that machine or apparatus. So this kind of subject matters are protected by the patent rights. The term for patents is 20 years in India. Patent rights are also called as a negative rights because it excludes other from making, using and selling of the invention. Also, one thing is patent rights are territorial rights. So the jurisdiction where you apply for it, you have the right to enforce it. So if you are applying it in India, then you only have the protection for that intellectual property in India and not in other than Indian country. So these are the territorial rights. So do you think every sub invention or every process or method or machine can be protected by patents? No. To fulfill the patentability criteria or subject matter to be patentable, there are some tests. So these 4 tests are required to be fulfilled, and it is called as a nonce test. So N for novelty, U for utility, N for non-obviousness, and S for subject matter. So these 4 criteria are required to be filled for the invention to be patentable. So now all these criteria are with whom we can compare that our invention is novel or not, it is non-obvious or not. So for that, prior arts are considered. So prior arts are the scientific or technical information that already exist in the public domain prior to filing of your invention. So prior art can be any book chapter, it can be any patent, or it can be any research publication, or any document for marketing of a product, or any government document, advertising catalogs. These are considered as a prior art. So for the invention to be patentable, novelty and non-obviousness are required to be fulfilled, and the novelty and non-obviousness of the invention are compared or characterized or tested by comparison of your invention with respect to prior art. So today's topic is related to patent search. Now, what is the importance of this searching prior art or patent search is, first you got to know that to determine the novelty of the invention, patent search is important. Also to know whether that if I am solving any problem, then if anyone already have solved the problem in the same way in which I am solving, so am I not reinventing the wheel? So to avoid the duplication of the work, prior art or patent search is important. Also, some strategic business decisions are taken by performing the prior art search or patent search, like to know whether to invest in a particular technology or not. So by understanding patent filing trends in that technology, generally the large companies direct their investment in that technology. Also to, like, if someone is going to enter into a market by taking their product, then to know whether I am not infringing any other's protected intellectual property. So that analysis can also be done by searching different patents or prior arts. Also, if anyone is interested to know who are my competitors or who are other players which are playing or developing any technology in the same area where I am developing. So to know the competitors' activity, patent search or prior art search is generally preferred. Also, some strategic decisions of company, like merging with any other, or licensing your technology, or doing any partnership with any other company, to know portfolio of that company, prior art search or patent search is generally performed. Now, this is the typical patent document. I think so. Most of you have gone through the patent document while performing your research. So, on the right hand side, there is a European document. On the left hand side, there is a US document. So, patent document is basically divided into two parts. First page is a bibliographic page, followed by that there is a technical page. So in bibliographic page, the information is generally classified under different fields. So these fields are very important if you are planning to do the patent search. So now we will see what fields are there. So at the top, patent number is there, followed by the grant date of that patent. Then what is the title of patent? Then who are the scientists who are working in that patent? To which company it belongs. So assignee name is there on the top or on the bibliographic page of the patent. So that indicates the company name or the company to which this patent belongs. Followed by applicant, followed to the assignee name, some dates as well as numbers are given. So priority date, application date, publication date, as well as numbers are given. Followed by that, one classification codes are there. So they are called as a international patent classification codes. So after patent office receives the invention or patent application for a particular invention, they classify that invention with respect to their technological domain. They are that, and that is called as a classification codes. So international patent classification is the standard classification, and that is generally used all over the world. So the classification codes are also given on the first page, that is the bibliographic page. Followed by that, the reference as well as cited documents are given, and then abstract is there. So this is the bibliographic page of the US patent. The Followed by that, there are technological pages where your invention or technology is described in the form of field of invention, then detailed description, and at the last, claims are described. So claims are the legal boundary of your invention for which you have applied for protection. So similar to the US document, European patent document is also there, where first page is the bibliographic page, where all the title, applicant, or the company name, as well as scientists who are working on that invention or have worked on that invention are mentioned. Then classification codes, abstract, cited documents, as well as application number, then publication number, dates are mentioned on the first page, that is the bibliographic page. So followed by that, technological or technical description is given in the form of field of invention, description, and claims. So this is the typical US as well as European patent document. So I have shown this document to you to understand that the classification of the information is done under different fields in this document, and these fields are used or very important with respect to patent searching or information searching point of view. So I have displayed this typical patent document. Just now I have said different fields are there on the patent document. So now we will see how these fields are important to arrive at some actionable conclusion. Now on the bibliographic page, we have seen assignee name or the company names. So from that, we can get the idea about who will be our potential partners in future if we are going to have any merger or acquisition. Then who will be our customers, or who to whom we can license this technology in future. Who like other like us, who other organizations are also dealing in the same area. So all competitor related details can be withdrawn from the name of the assignee or the company name. Then name of inventor. So that gives the idea about science, name or details of the scientists who are working on the invention. Then some dates were there. So they are called priority date or application date or filing date. So by knowing these dates, one can arrive at a filing train. So if suppose in 2022, if number of patents which are published are higher, then we can say for a particular technology, then we can say for that particular technology in 2022, number of patents which are published are higher. This indicates that that technology is in currently trend, or that is the trending technology, and we can invest or we can work around that technology, or we can choose that technology to conduct the research. So this kind of conclusions can be drawn from the different dates that are present on the bibliographic page. Then legal status are also mentioned. So the kind codes are there. So if you have seen carefully the patent number, after the number one letter A, B, like that letter is there. So that is called as a kind code, and that indicates the legal status of your of the patent. So if it is a granted patent, then like in some type of patent searches like freedom to operate, which indicates that whether you can enter into market or not. I am not infringing any other active intellectual property. To know that legal status of the patent is very important. So if patent is granted and if it is active, then and you are like your invention is having some feature that is claimed in that active patent, then you cannot enter into the market until that patent is active. So legal status is important in that point of view. Then some like in case of European filings, some designated countries or in Europe, which countries you are have applying for protection are there, are given. Also in like other jurisdiction also you are filing the patent. Then this, by knowing the countries in which number of filings for a particular technology are higher, can indicate your market in future. So what is the demanding market for your technology? That decisions can be taken from knowing the different countries, like patent applications filed in different countries. Then citations as well as references.
Sorry to disturb, but can you just help the bar? People can't see the slide.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll continue. So this citations and references helps us to understand who other players are also working on the same invention, or if you want to have like what other research is going on the similar field, then from citation or references we can get the idea about that. And description and claims are the technical like descriptions. So what like how the invention they have claimed, what features of invention they have claimed, then what is the legal boundary or on which they are applying for a patent. So this idea you can get from description and claims. Now second is like you got the idea about why to search, which fields of the patent document are important. Now we will see where to search for the patent information. So there are different databases available for searching the patent literature. So I have here classified the databases into the databases which are general, or which carry like which include all the technological areas, as well as some specific specific databases, or we can say technologically focused databases. So in case of general databases, there are two types: free databases as well as paid databases. So free databases are operated like by regional offices as well as some private sectors. So every regional patent office have their own database. So if you are interested to know Indian patents, then Impasse is the database that is available freely, where you can go and search for the patents. Similarly, eSpaceNet is a European patent database. USPTO is the US patent database. Then Patent Scope is a WIPO, that is World Intellectual Property Developed Database. So all these are free databases. Secondly, some free databases which are developed by private sectors like Google Patents is there, lens.org. These are also the free databases. Also, there are paid databases which I have mentioned, like Questel Orbit, Derwent Innovation, PatBase, etc. So these are the paid databases. They like, as we are paying to them, they have added advantages as compared to the free databases, because paid databases, the coverage is huge. So by using only Orbit, you can search for worldwide patent documents that are available. Secondly, accuracy. So finding out the relevant patent, accuracy of getting relevant patent is higher in case of paid databases as compared to free databases. Also, some paid databases provide their own understanding or own description about the patent. So the complex patent can be simplified by using the paid databases. And one more advantage is filtering options are higher in paid databases. So if you have got the data set of 1,000 patents, and if you want to filter it, then by different filtering options, like by country or by for a certain period of time or from their legal status, then these options are provided more by the paid databases as compared to the free databases. And some technologically focused databases are also there, like for chemical structures, SciFinder is there. Patent Scope is also the free database that is available for chemical structure search. For agricultural section, Agricola is one of the database developed by US Agricultural University. So that is focused on agri-related invention. Then also biosequences related invention databases are there. Then traditional knowledge related inventions also databases are there. So these are the different databases where we can search for the patent documents. Now, these are some snippets of patent information search databases that I have shown. As I have said just now, that Indian patent database, that is the Impasse. So how it looks, here there are different search interfaces are there, where you have to put your keywords. You can filter it by different names or country or filing offices or specific title or inventor name. Such filtering options are there. So this is the Impasse, that is Indian patent database. Then this is the patent scope, that is operated by World Intellectual Property. So here you have to put the search query and then results are obtained. Then this is the Google patent. Similarly, you have to put the search query and then results are obtained. There are some filtering options are also available in free databases, but they are not as accurate as the paid database. So these are the Questel Orbit. This is the paid database where you have to put your search query at the top. Then all the patent documents which are relevant to that search query are obtained. Here on the right hand side, you can see the patent document also. On left hand side, you can see different filtering options, assignee wise filtration, IPC code wise filtration. If any licensing activity has happened with respect to that patents, then that also can be seen on the paid databases. So this is the second paid database, that is Derwent Innovation, where you have to put the query and similar filtering options are there. Now this is the eSpaceNet. I'm just showing the demo how to use it. So on Google, you have to type eSpaceNet, then advanced search. In this, different keywords you have to put, and the field in which you have to search, like in title, abstract or claims, where you have to search, that you have to put You have to filter it with the publication date, then you can do that. And then finally you can search it. Then on this panel you can see the relevant patent documents. Also you can go and read each patent document by clicking on it. Also you can download that patent document. So eSpaceNet is the free database that is available, and you can freely use it. So description as well as claims are visible on the search panel. You can download it. Also some filtering options are there depending on countries, depending on the publication date, IPC codes. So this is the demo for eSpaceNet. Similarly, you can go on Google for other databases provided by USPTO as well as the WIPO to search. Now we have seen what are different databases that are available for patent search. Do you think that by just putting a single word related to your technology can arrive at a good patent data set? No. So there are some search strategies that are generally used. So this strategies, if you want to avail, first you have to answer the question for what you are performing the search. So depending on the purpose of your search, selection of this search strategies are generally done. So if you are going to search for any technology related details, so what is the state of art or prior arts that exist for a particular technology, then keyword search as well as classification search, classification code search are preferred. So keyword search means by putting different synonyms for a single word or different representations of the single word, search strategy is built. I'm going to show how to build that search strategy, and then search is carried out to know the technical details of it. If you are interested to know about a particular company and its patent portfolio, then name search is done. If you know any particular patent number and then that you have to search, then you can directly put the number in the number search tool that is available on the databases. Then if you are interested to know particular technology in a particular country, suppose US, then you can combine the keyword search with country search. So that can be done. Similarly, if you want to know only active patents for a particular technology, then you can combine keyword search with legal status search. So these are the strategies which are generally used while performing the search on the databases. Now I have shown, I have told you about the keyword search. So do you feel that by putting only different synonyms or representation words, the database will go and search? No. So for that, search strategy is needed to be built. So what is the search strategy? It is the combination of different synonyms or different representations of the word by different operators. So and, or, and not, XOR are the Boolean operators which are used in a search strategy. So these are the commands that are given to database to search. So if you are using and, so when and is to be used, if particular suppose invention is there, they have two different features and you want the patent documents containing both the features, then that two words or synonyms for that two words are combined by putting the word and in the search strategy. So it helps to narrow down your results. When or operator is used, suppose a particular invention is there, it have one feature, there are different synonyms for that feature, then by putting or as a operator, you can combine it in a search strategy. So here I have shown cloning, genetics and reproduction are if they are the synonyms, then you can put cloning or genetics or reproduction. So that will make the database understand that the patent documents which contains only cloning word or only genetic word or only reproduction word, or the patent document containing all these three words or two words, like that combinations will be searched by the patent database, and then results will be retrieved. Similarly, and not and XOR are the operators, and these operators are generally operable or are suitable for all the free as well as paid databases. So you can try at home also by using the free databases. Then also proximity operators are there. Means if you want to search for mouse, and in that patent document only some words apart you want the word trap, then mouse near. So near is the proximity operator, and how much word apart you want this word trap. So less than 3 words apart to the word mouse, trap is word should be there. So patent database will search for similar type of patent documents. Along with proximity operators, some truncations are also there. So in case of truncations, these truncations are used to shorten the search query. Suppose you like your invention have like key feature related to fungal infection, and you want to build the search strategy around that. Then if you put star behind it, then patent database will search for all the possible words which contain fung. So fungus, fungi, fungal, fungicidal, fungible, etc. patent documents will be retrieved. So you don't need to write all these words. You have to just put star. Then patent database will search all possible words, and patent documents will be retrieved. Then second truncation is the question mark. So that is used to replace 0 or 1 character. So aluminium word can be written as IU or you, only you. So such kind of patent documents will be retrieved by putting question mark. Then hash is there. If you want to replace only one letter, then hash or hash is used. So this was related to keyword search. Then second strategy was classification code search. So in case of classification code search, it is generally recommended to combine keyword as well as classification code search. Why? Because there are some patent documents which are in regional language. So they are not in English language. And if you put this strategy in English language, then that patent documents cannot be retrieved. But that patent technology that is disclosed in that patent document are classified by that particular patent office according to some patent classification. So by putting classification code, you can retrieve such documents also. So there are different types of classification codes like international patent classification, CPC. So different jurisdiction follow different classification codes, but international patent classification is the worldwide that is accepted. This is the patent document where the patent class on the bibliographic page, patent classification code is generally present. So according to international patent classification code, this A to H classifications are there where technologies are classified. If you want to go and search for the patent classification code, WIPO have one database. So this is the snapshot of that database where you have to put in the search tool for what you want classification code, and all the classification codes are there. Then after clicking on an individual classification code, different like under that class where exactly what subclass is suitable for your keyword, that will also be retrieved. So this is just a demo how to use this IPC classification database for WIPO. You can just put IPC codes from WIPO. Here you have to search. You have to put the word. I have put genetically modified plants. Then different classes relevant to that are there. And in that, if you click, the relevant class will be highlighted. So you can see that. And this is freely available database. So after this, you can try at your home also for performing the classification code search. So in this way, you can arrive at a different classification codes. So you got to know which database to use, what strategy is to be used, and how to build the search query by using different operators. Now, what are the standard steps that are followed by while performing the patent search? So first step is to determine purpose of search. So why you are performing the patent search? What questions are required to be solved by that patent search? So first determine the purpose. Then about the invention, deconstruct your invention. So if it is a device, then in different forms, what are parts, how it is structured, how it functions. So like that, you can deconstruct the device related invention. If it is a process, then what are the sequences of steps that are followed. Like that, you can deconstruct your invention. Then for each feature, you can note down all the keywords. Then you can search for classification code. Then you can combine the keyword as well as classification codes and build a search strategy for it by using different operators and truncations. Then you can perform actual patent search by using the database. Also, depending on the purpose, database choice varies. So if you are interested in only Indian patents, then you can go for impasse for searching. If you are wanted to know worldwide patents, then you can go for WIPO, or you can go for paid databases. So building this search strategy, putting it in a database, then the relevant results you can retrieve, then analyzing each of this result, and trying to answer the questions which are raised at the initial stage during defining the purpose of the search, and then compilation of that report. So these are the standard steps that are followed. Now, what are different types of search reports? So I have tried to put the search reports like during the life cycle of the product development. So from the discovery of a product till the product comes into the market, different types of patent searches are used. So if you are in a discovery or ideation stage, you can go for state of art search. Then if you know any competitor during that stage, then only competitor analysis can be done, or patent landscape search is done. So this three types of search will get will answer the questions like what all exists, how the problem is solved, who are your competitors, what is your market. So such kind of questions can be solved in the ideation stage. Now if you move towards the product development, you got to know how you are going to solve the problem with the help of some designing of a product. So you know what are the features of your product. After developing the idea, or after developing actual product on paper or in mind, you can go for novelty search, like searching for each feature of that invention with respect to prior art. So whether it the solution that you are giving exists or not. If not, then it is a novel. Then complete patentability report can also be done, where your invention will be assessed for nonce test, that is novelty, utility, non-obviousness, and patentable subject matter. Then if you are, after your product is developed, you are at testing or validation stage and you want to enter into market, so then you have to carry out the freedom to operate search. So having a patent, it doesn't mean that you always have freedom to operate. So for that also, you need to check whether I am not infringing any others active intellectual property. So for that, freedom to operate search is done. Also, like before entering into the market, freedom to operate is also there. Also, infringement search is done. That is any others active IP I am not infringing. So after confirming it only, you can enter into the market. So these are the different, mainly different search reports that are carried out. I have listed some questions which can be solved by each patent report. So if it is a patentability assessment report or novelty search report, then what questions can be solved by that report is invention patentable as per if it is an Indian, then Indian patent law or any other jurisdiction law, or my invention is new or novel with respect to the prior art. To know that, patentability search or novelty search is done. If you wanted to know what all being patented for a particular domain, or what technology exists, who are the active players in that technology, what work is previously done to solve that problem, what problems have been discovered, and what have been solved. So for that, patent landscape or state of art search is done, and in that, if you got to know that some area is there where there is no solution, or where there is no patent filing is done, then that can be identified as a white space analysis. So state of art search is the primary search, and if you go into detail or deep, then patent landscape search is carried out. Then freedom to operate search is carried out to know whether the product or process can be used without infringing any valid IP, or can I practice my know-how freely in a certain region. And infringement analysis, if you know particular patent that is related to your invention and that is active, then actual claim mapping is done between your claims and the competitor's claim, and that is infringement analysis report or infringement analysis search. Now, in case of patentability assessment, what patent documents are considered is the worldwide patent documents are considered, and patent as well as publications are considered, because though patents are jurisdiction specific, while considering the novelty, non-obviousness criteria of the invention, the prior arts that are considered are worldwide, and they are not jurisdiction. Like if you want to file in India, then you have to check the prior arts worldwide and not only in India. So the scope of search is worldwide patents as well as publication. In case of patent landscape, patents, publications as well as market documents are also searched. Then in case of freedom to operate, patent claims are basically focused. In case of infringement analysis also, patent claims for a specific country and only the active claims are considered. Now, mostly for all of the patent search reports helps researchers as well as innovators, as well as product developers, then corporate as well as business person, human resource team also, to allocate their resources. That the patent search reports are helpful. So when to be each patent search is done, that I have shown or explained you by using the product, like ideation stage to product development stage in my previous slide. While conducting all this search, some search restrictions are done. So in case of patentability search, there is the date restriction is prior to your filing, all patent as well as publications are considered. So you can filter your results by putting the date before filing of your invention. Then for patent landscape, there is no as such restriction. All the worldwide patents or literature is considered. In case of freedom to operate, only enforced patents are considered, and also some application stages patents are also considered, because at the end they can also be granted and they can also cause problem if they got granted while making decision to enter into market. So enforce as well as patent application stage documents are considered in case of freedom to operate, and similarly for infringement analysis. Now, in case of agriculture sector, there are some patentability clauses in Indian Patent Act that are given. So, to fulfill the patentability criteria, novelty, utility, non-obviousness have to be fulfilled. Along with that, some subject matter related clauses are also given in Patent Act under Section 3. So, what is not patentable in India under Section 3, it is given. So, with respect to agricultural section, Section 3H and 3J are important. So, what Section 3H and 3J says is, method of agriculture or horticulture is not patentable under Indian Patent Act, and these method of agriculture or horticulture are not considered as a invention. For example, growing of culturing the algae, or improving the quality of a soil by nematodes. So such methods are not considered as an invention under Indian Patent Act, and you cannot grant the patent for it. According to Section 3J, plant, animal as a whole, or except microorganism, including seeds, varieties, essentially biological processes for production and propagation of plant and animals are not patentable. So the seeds and varieties are considered under plant variety protection, and it is the different protection than the plant patents. So what is the difference? Plant patents are sexually reproduced plants, and plant variety protection is for sexually reproduced plants. So a term of protection is different for plant patent and for plant variety protection. Criteria for protection is also different. So for plant patent, nonce test is to be fulfilled, and plant variety protection along with novelty does, that is distinctiveness, uniformity and stability, are these different parameters are to be fulfilled in the agricultural sector. Now we will quickly see one case study for patentability search that is belonging to the agricultural domain. So invention was related to enzyme preparation. Its use was prophylaxis of infection caused by fungi, basically oomycetes, and bacterial infections, for whom crop and ornamental plants. So I have deconstructed my invention by as a product. What is the product? Enzyme preparation. Its use is in prophylaxis of infections caused by fungal as well as bacterial infection, and for whom, or application for whom, is for crop as well as ornamental plants. And the fourth feature is what it contains, what this preparation contains. So it is an aqueous solution of serine protease, then also some adhesive agents, wetting agents, stabilizers, UV stabilizers are used, and what is the pH range. So these are the 4 different features of my invention. Accordingly, I have selected the keywords. Here you can see what keywords I have selected. I have built the search query for it. I have searched for classification code. So A01 is agricultural related inventions are classified under that, and under that different subclasses are there. So that I have selected. Then performing the search, I found some prior arts. I have classified them as a D1, so that is the closest, D1, D2, D3, D4, and also D5 and D6. Now if we see, so my invention was related to enzyme composition containing serine protease and some adjunct materials, and its use in prophylaxis of fungal as well as bacterial infection. Now I found D1, D2 and D3 prior arts which are disclosing enzyme composition comprising of serine protease, glucanase and some adjuvant materials like stabilizers and surfactant. So this D1, D2, D3, D4 are killing my novelty, because this is also enzyme composition having same components. So but the percentage might be different, but components are same. So this can be this prior arts, 4 prior arts can be cited as a novelty killing document. Also, I found 2 documents which are disclosing enzyme composition, having different components, but their use is in prophylaxis and therapy of mycosis, also fungal and bacterial growth. Though enzyme composition components are different, their use in prophylaxis of some bacterial as well as fungal infection is known. So by combining all this D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D6, the opinion can be drawn as the subject matter lacks novelty with respect to this 4 prior arts, and with respect to non-obviousness also, if we combine D1 to D6, then person who is skilled in the art can arrive at our invention. So it is obvious to that person skilled in the art, and there is no technical advancement. So it is not fulfilling the non-obviousness criteria of the patentability. Also, in this, it is just the aggregation or mixing of the component, and no synergistic activity is given. So it is non-patentable subject matter under section 3. So this is the opinion that is given for this case study. Now, if we go for patent landscape reports, the difference is the patent landscape report is carried out to know what what all exists related to that technology. So these are some graphical representations that can be obtained from by using the paid databases, and that helps to make some decisions. So I have searched for short palindromic repeats, the CRISPR technology in agricultural domain. So by knowing the filing dates or application dates of the patent which are relevant to this technology, I got to know that in 2021 a number of filings are higher. So this is the demanding area, and I can either invest in this area, or I can do and perform other research and R&D in this area. So these decisions can be drawn from the filing trends. The second graph is for top assignees. So the number of patents that are obtained from patent search. If we plot a graph of assignee, that is the company to which the patent belongs, versus the its application year, then I can understand that. So the Institute of Crop Sciences from China is having highest number of filings in this technology, and they have filed higher applications in 2017, suppose. So that in that area they have filed more application. So that application will come in market after 4 to 5 years. So this assignee or company can be my competitor if I project to enter into market in future. So similarly, competitor watch we can have from by knowing the top assignees. Then the third graph is for geographical distribution. So after plotting the higher number of patent application in a particular country, I got to know that number of patent filings with respect to this technology, CRISPR technology in agriculture. China is the higher patent filing country. So might be in China the demand is more. And that can be considered as a market, potential market for your invention. And in future, if you are going to file similar invention in this technology, then you can go for filing a Chinese patent application. The fourth graph is related to the top technological classification. So by knowing the IPC or International Patent Classification Code, the database have put the technological domains versus the companies. So the top company was Institute for Crop Sciences, and they have higher number of patent applications for this CRISPR technology in biotechnological area as well as food chemistry. So this can also arrive at a demanding sub area in the application of CRISPR technology in agriculture. So this can also give you the idea about where on which sub-technological areas the research to be done or investment to be done. So this kind of decisions can be withdrawn from patent landscape. Now the third report was the third and the last report is related to FTO. As I have previously shown to you that this FTO having a patent or granted patent doesn't mean that you have freedom to operate. So I will make you understand from this example. So this is the complete product A of a particular company, and it has 7 different subcomponents. Now that company or startup want to sell that product A. Now this orange part is in public domain. It is like doesn't have any active IP. Then this gray part is covered by patent 1, and this green part is covered by patent 2 of this startup. And the pink part, that is the important feature of your invention, is not protected by startup. So it is having some active protection by third party. So it is third party's patent. Then can this startup enter into market by taking this product A? No. So what they can do, either they can remove this protected wall or the pink part from the final product. They can have a different design or a design around to avoid using the patented wall, or they can buy patent or secure a license from patent owner of that wall or the pink patentee, or they can challenge the validity of this patent. They can invalidate this patent, and then they can use this patent, and then only this product A can enter into the market. So just kindly note that having a patent doesn't mean that you have freedom to operate in that particular jurisdiction. Now at TechX, we do have subscription for these 3 databases, that is SciFinder, Questal Orbit, and Derwent Innovation. So by using these databases, we also support analytic services like expert search run, where you can provide your query. We can do the search and provide you the results. Also some analytical reports we provide, that is state of art, patentability, patent landscape, white space analysis, freedom to operate, then citation analysis. So if you want to know more about these services, you can write to us, or you can visit our website. So thank you. If anyone is having any question, then I can refer to it.
So if there are any questions you all want to ask, you can raise your hands or you can type in the chat box. So Mrunal has pasted the feedback link also. So all are requested to kindly fill in the feedback link. Yeah, we see one question. May I know the name of the database for traditional knowledge? What is the main difference between FTO report and infringement analysis report, as we are analyzing the claims of patents in both the reports?
Yeah. So for traditional knowledge, India have TKDL, that is Traditional Knowledge Digital Library is there. And you can go, that is freely available. And as I have shown you, keyword search, similar type of searches you can do in that TKDL, and all the like traditional herbs related information is there in that. So you can go and visit that.
Other question was what is the difference between FTO and infringement?
Yeah. So for FTO and infringement, the basic difference is, in case of infringement, you know a particular patent where you want to search that I am not infringing that particular patent, but in case for a particular jurisdiction. But in case of FTO, FTO is also jurisdiction specific, but you don't know any specific patent. You have to see all possible know-hows or IPs that are protected for that technology in that jurisdiction. So basic differences in infringement analysis, you know a specific patent that you might infringe, and you have to map claims with that patent. In case of FTO, you don't know specific patent, you have to search or you have to consider all possible IPs that you might infringe. So it is more broader as compared to infringement analysis.
Can plant grafts be patented?
So if plant grafts are like if you have any modification, or that is not all, like it should not be a discovery. So some human intellect is should be there in that plant graft, or its method of grafting, or its method of production, then that can be patented.
Can I add Poorvashree here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So graphs are suppose mostly those are not so the graphs which are being made by a human intellectual thing are not made by the sexual thing. So they can be patented, because when the new plant varieties are made with the sexual interaction, then it goes under the Plant Variety Act. So method, as Poorvashree said rightly, the method of making the graphs can be made, as well as the new graphs can also be patented as a product.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Gautam, this question about MS-INS for patent filing, we'll have to just let you know this thing. Mugdha, you are aware if Venture Center is registered under this part?
No, we are not registered with MSINS, but I was just
Okay.
sharing details about our IPTMC funding.
Right.
I'll just
So,
put that link here.
Mr. Gautam, Mugdha will share you what kind of funding scheme we have for filing of IP. So, those details you can check, and then, if you have any queries, you can write back to us. Okay. Please repeat Indian platform for traditional knowledge database.
It is TKDL. So traditional knowledge digital library is there. It is free of cost. On Google, if you put TKDL database, then the link will be there, where you have to just put the technology or any herb related information if you want. That name you have to put, and then all available information can be obtained from that. You can refer to the TKDL that Mugdha have pasted just now, Traditional Knowledge Digital Library.
Is a method for plant grafting patentable?
Yeah, if that method has some human intellectual, or if it is it is not just a discovery, or if it is giving any technical advance with respect to the existing method, then that can be patentable.
It is normally people call it in the patent language. We don't call it method. It is a process of making the graph is patentable.
Okay, so any other questions you would like?
Patent application, whom to contact? Okay.
How can we take help of VC to start our patent application? Whom to contact and how to start?
Yes, I can add here. So Venture Centers, TechX IP group, we have a standard invention disclosure form. And once you write your query to our common mail ID, then we can share with you the invention disclosure form. We will request you to fill the same, and once after the receipt of the invention disclosure form, within 24 to 48 hours, we arrange the invention disclosure meeting, understand your invention, and take the case ahead.
So there's one more question. Statistical method of model building and processes can be patented in India. For example, SVM RFE Tech model to feature selection is patented in the US. So what is the question that you want us to address?
You may have to unmute him. Samarendra, you can unmute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes,
good morning.
Actually, my question is whether any statistical model or mathematical model. Suppose someone is developing new one, novel model. Can it be patented in India?
Mathematical model per se is not patentable in India.
Okay.
So if you are incorporating that mathematical model in a system, certain system, or in a physical form, then that system can be patented.
Okay, that means its application can be patented.
As a system, yeah, it can be patented.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if there are no more questions, I think we can come to end of this session today. Just a minute. Yeah. So we have again posted the link to the feedback form. Muga has done that. So I'm requesting all again to please fill in your feedback. This is very useful for us, by planning our sessions or, at least adding to what needs to be presented. So it's a request for you all to please do it. So I think it was a very comprehensive session from Poorvashree, and she has tried to cover a very vast topic within just an hour. So it has many nitty-gritties, patent analytics. So with this, I'd like to thank her and all the participants to be here early morning. And with this, we'll just close the session. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thank you.